Assalamu alaikum, grade 7, welcome again to the biology session. Today, inshallah, we're gonna start chapter number 8, and actually, this is the end of your biology book. And this is chapter talking about the two important systems in your body, the endocrine system and reproduction or reproductive system. The endocrine system that's made up of some glands that reproduce some important hormones that helping to control your activities, and that's working together with the nervous system to control your body activities, actions and reactions. Reproduction or reproductive system that's responsible of traveling or transferring the genetic with the different generation, and that's made up or due to the sexual processes or sexual reproduction in human body. And we have two kinds of reproductive system, male and female reproductive system, and inshallah that's we will talking about in next session inshallah. The title for today, the endocrine system. Today we're gonna to talk about how the endocrine system work, the important hormone, glands, and the main function of the endocrine system, and how the endocrine work with the nervous system to maintain, control the activities in your activities, and the control the hormone level in your body. In the beginning, what causes the acne diseases? Actually, what's the meaning of acne diseases? Acne diseases just bubbling that occur in your skin, on your face, and that's occur in people, young people actually, and that's disease happen due to hormones. Misconception here, eating oily foods that can causes acne. No, acne causes by some hormones, specific hormones. So your body starts to produce this is hormone or those hormones when you enter periods called adolescence. That adolescence that period in young people, they stimulate your body to produce an oily substance called sebum. So sebum, that's oily substance produced by this is hormone in this is period, adolescence. When your body produces too much sebum, that's material, some hair follicles in your skin may become blocked. So you can see here that hair follicles and some glands that produce hormones that make the substance or oily substance sebum. So when this is material or substance, oily substance sebum that's blocked causes bacteria to get troubled. That's because the sebum and bacteria have nowhere to go in your skin. So that becomes inflamed, and that result is acne. Inflammation that causes some bubbles in your skin, on your face, that causes the acne. So here we should know the effects of hormones, and that's hormones that reproduced by some glands in your body. So that causes by endocrine system in the some periods in your life in when you're young, that's called adolescence. So acne, that diseases happen when reproduce a lot of sebum, and that's due to your endocrine system. So you can watch this video that explain or make imagination about the effects of your endocrine system, and that's helping for homeostasis.
Our body is always in flux. When we are cold, our body shivers. When we are hot, our body sweats. Our body engages in these activities to keep our internal temperature constant. This is an example of homeostasis, which is defined as the ability of the body to maintain a constant internal state. One major way the body maintains homeostasis is through the endocrine system. The endocrine system is a system of glands that produce hormones to regulate and control bodily activities. The endocrine system controls a number of important functions throughout the body, including growth and development, metabolism, and homeostasis.
Okay, so after this point, all of you now know what's the main function of endocrine system. That's control your body activity and working together with the nervous system to do your processes, activities, actions, and reactions. Now, all of you know what's the made up of endocrine system. Some glands, that's organ for this system that produce some hormones to important or to keep alive. So, how the endocrine system work, or how does the endocrine system function, or what's the main organ in endocrine system? Actually, in the beginning, the human body has two systems that regulate its activities. Number one, nervous system, and that's what we're talking about in last chapter. All of the nervous system that's working together with endocrine system to make your activities and control your all activities. The endocrine system regulates two terms of activities, short terms and long term activities, by sending some chemicals throughout your body. How this has happened, that's what we're talking about today, inshallah. The endocrine system made up of glands. Did you remember the chapter that's talking about the digestive system? Did you remember the salivary glands in your mouth that's helping for producing some materials, saliva, to to breaking down the protein and digest food in your mouth? So the glands here in the endocrine system, that's the organs responsible for produce the hormones. So glands is an organ that produce or results a chemical substance called hormones. Ducts or tubes that deliver the chemical that's producing in the glands to traveling this is chemical to specific place in your body. Again, so we have example here, pancreas that's found in your digestive system, and that's responsible of or produce the bile juice that's helping to digesting the food. And pancreas that's made up of some ducts or tubes that's traveling or producing or helping to travel that's chemical producing here in pancreas to all your body organs. So that chemical product of an endocrine gland called hormone. So the chemical, that product in your glands, in your endocrine system called hormone, like ovaries and testes hormones in female and male. Hormones that have important function in your body, that turn on and turn off, speed up and slow down the activities of organs and tissues, or the organs and tissues in your body. So that's turn on, turn off, speed up, slow down activities in your organs and tissues. Each hormone affects specific target cell in your body. So what's the meaning of target cell? Now all of you know what's the meaning of hormones and the function or main function of hormone. Target cell that are cells are specialized in a way that enable them to recognize the hormone's chemical structure. So the target cell, that's only cells that can know the structure or chemical structure for this hormone. So each hormone that go or gets by the some glands and traveling to the specific cells called target cell. Target cells that are cells that only cells that can know or recognize the hormone cells or hormone chemical structure. So again, target cells are a cell that are specialized in a way that enable them to recognize the hormone's chemical structure. Hormones travel in the blood until they found their target cell. Again, did you remember the lymphatic system that's traveling together with the blood containing in the blood vessels that's traveling the hormones to the target cell? So we have here some examples of hormones like testosterone that's produced in the male body in testis glands, and this is the figure that explaining how the traveling the hormones from the glands to the target cell. Here we can see the blood vessels, and here the secreting cell that's important function for producing the hormones. After that, hormones move to the blood vessels with the blood component to traveling to each target cell. Each one of hormones that go to specific cells, target cells, like here. If we talking about the example, testosterone that's traveling from the gland, testis glands, traveling with the blood vessels to make and all the sexual function. Now you can watch this video that describing how the hormones traveling from the secreting cells or glands to the target cell. And that's talking about some examples of hormones in your body.
Many different hormones in the body, and each is responsible for different functions. Estradiol, testosterone, insulin, growth hormone, and epinephrine are just a few examples of hormones. Although they are involved in different functions of the endocrine system, hormones work in a similar manner. First, a gland detects a change in the body's internal environment. This gland then increases the secretion of hormones, which enter the bloodstream. Hormones travel through the blood and can have potential effects throughout the body. However, hormones will not act on every cell. Hormones activate target cells by binding to specific receptors on the inside or outside of the target cells. When a hormone binds to a receptor, the receptor sends a signal throughout the cell. Just like a megaphone amplifies the volume of a person's voice, a hormone's message is amplified inside the cell. This signal goes a long way. Just a few hormones can induce great change. Once hormones have succeeded in sending their message to their target cells, and in this case homeostasis is achieved, the gland decreases the secretion of hormones. The mechanism by which the gland stops secreting hormones is called negative feedback. What exactly is negative feedback? Negative feedback allows a system to self-regulate a response or output.
Excellent. So now each one of you now know what's the meaning of hormones and how that hormones traveling from the glands or secreting cells to the target cell and how the hormones work in your body. Now you can go to the next step, and that's talking about some important glands in your body. So endocrine endocrine system, that's including some glands, important glands that's producing some important hormones in your body that's responsible of your activity. In the beginning, number one called hypothalamus, and number two the pituitary gland, and number three thymus gland, and this is found in your chest, and this is thymus gland, and that's responsible for, and that's important gland, thymus gland, that's responsible for helping the immune system that's developed in your childhood. In the beginning, hypothalamus that's found in your brain, and that's responsible or working together with the pituitary glands to maintain all your body activities. And thymus gland that's found in your under your neck, in the beginning in your chest, that's responsible of helping the immune system to developing in during childhood. And the next one, thyroid glands that's found in your neck, and that's helping and produce some hormones, important hormones, such as the thyroxine, that control energy related reactions and other functions in each cell in your body. So that's the function of thyroid gland in your neck. And after that, parathyroid gland that's found in the thyroid gland, like here in this yellow color, that's responsible for important for control the calcium level in your body. After that, adrenal glands. Excellent. Adrenal glands that's found above your kidneys, and that helping and that have important function in urinary system that can make the balancing for water and salt and sugar in your kidneys and in your blood. After that, the pancreas and testes and ovaries. Pancreas, each one of you know the function of pancreas in the digestive system, that's producing bile juice, that's helping for breaking down the protein in the digestive system. So the last one, testes and ovaries, that's glands to produce the testosterone that's helping for all sexual processes in your body. So again, hypothalamus glands and pituitary glands that's founding together, and that's working to control your activity, all activity, and the thymus gland that's found in your chest, beginning in your chest, under your neck, and that's helping for immune system in developing during the childhood, and thyroid glands that found in your neck that produce some important hormones like thyroxine, and parathyroid glands that found in the thyroid glands that's helping for amount of calcium in your calcium level in your body, and adrenal glands that's found in your kidneys, above your kidneys, and that's helping for the urinary system processes. And pancreas, all of you know what's the function of pancreas, that's producing bile juice, and that's helping to the digestive system and breaking down the protein in your food. Testes and ovaries in male and female reproductive system, that's helping for all the sexual processes in your body. Excellent. The nervous system and the endocrine system working together, and they are linked by, that's important now, that's linking by the part of the brain specific in the specific glands called hypothalamus, that which sends out nerve messages that control sleep, hunger, and all the feelings and basic body processes. So, if talking deeply in this is gland that's behind the thymus, the the pituitary gland is the next in work with the hypothalamus that to control many body activities and processes. The the hypothalamus that's sending messages to the pituitary glands to resolve its hormones. That's hormones to affecting the body activities. So you can watch here. This is the difference or how the located by the two important glands in your body, hypothalamus and pituitary glands. Here in the red color, that's hypothalamus, and the pink color, that's pituitary glands, that's working together to keeping your body activities. Now you can go to the last point in our lesson today, that what control hormones level, how I can control the hormones level, or how when the specific time to stop to getting more hormones in your glands. You can watch this is diagram in your book, and that's talking about how the hormones that get in hypothalamus and pituitary glands that start and stop getting these hormones. Hormones level that are controlled by a process called negative feedback, and you listen in last video the negative feedback was the meaning, in which endocrine system is turned off by the conditions it produces. When the amount of hormones in blood that reaches a certain level, the endocrine system sends a signals that stop the result of hormones. That's meaning negative feedback. So in the beginning, in this is green color, that's making or the body that's needing this is hormone. So the glands like hypothalamus that's making or giving the signals for the pituitary glands to make this kind TSH hormones, that kinds of hormones that's helping for cells activities, and that's traveling to the target cell. After that, when the hormones that reach amount of hormones in your blood streams, that's here in red color to stop giving more for its TSH hormones, that hormones product from pituitary glands, and again changing message to the hypothalamus to stop giving more hormones, and that's called negative feedback. Now you can watch the last video here that's talking about some examples for hormones or activity that's made up or that's due to the endocrine system, and how the hormones control the hormone levels in your body.
The following example may help explain. A house regulates temperature using negative feedback. When the thermostat detects a decrease in temperature, it sends a message to the furnace to produce heat. When the thermostat detects that the room temperature has returned to the correct level, it stops sending its message to the furnace. A furnace will turn on and off several times a day to keep the temperature relatively constant. Now let's look at a specific example of homeostasis using a hormone many of you may have already heard of: insulin. Let's say a person eats a meal. As the food is digested and glucose is absorbed into the bloodstream, blood glucose levels begin to rise. It is important for this glucose to be removed from the blood, otherwise it may cause damage to important organs such as the liver, brain, and kidneys. Thus, to maintain blood glucose levels, insulin is released from an endocrine gland, the pancreas. The pancreas senses increased blood glucose and releases insulin into the blood.
So
insulin travels through the
here, that's another example of pancreas function. Pancreas function that have to function. Number one, helping the digestion of the food by producing the bile juice in the digestive system, and another one that's maintain or control the amount of sugar in your blood by product the insulin. That substance that's responsible of the amount of your sugar. And when having any problem in the pancreas, that causes the diabetes disease. And you can remember the diabetes, that's some problem in the amount or the sugar level in your blood. You can continue the video.
Blood and binds to receptors in muscles, fat tissue, and as shown here, the liver. Upon binding to receptors, insulin causes an increase in glucose transporters, allowing excess glucose to be taken from the blood and stored in the liver for future use. This uptake of glucose by the liver and other organs for storage restores blood glucose levels to a balanced state. Homeostasis has been achieved. Because blood glucose levels have reached homeostasis, the pancreas will stop secreting insulin. This is just one type of hormone involved in the endocrine system. Remember, glands of the endocrine system send messages to the body in a similar manner. A gland senses a change in the body and secretes a hormone. Hormones travel through the blood. Hormones are receptor specific. A hormone signal is amplified. And finally, hormones are regulated by feedback. Many times, negative feedback.
Excellent. So, again, this is the end of your lesson. Today, we're gonna learn about the endocrine system, how the endocrine system works, the glands, and how this is organ in endocrine system produce some hormones, how the hormones travel from the secreting cell to the target cell, and the different kinds of hormones and glands and different kinds of function of glands in your body. Now I want you to review the chapter number 7, the nervous system, again, and any question in the nervous system chapter number 7 you can ask me. And now study well this lesson and read it again and again, and any question you can ask me and send me WhatsApp anytime. And this is the end. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.